Hey everybody, CVH here, and welcome to the first of what I assume will be many videos where we test out the new cards in the Dark Brotherhood expansion, Fall of the Dark Brotherhood that is, just released on April 5th, and I am eager to get on the ladder and test some of these cards. I've only played, I think, 3 or so games in Constructed after completing the story mode. Just did that on stream yesterday. Haven't even done a full stream of playing ladder with these new cards. So at this point, I'm just testing decks that seem cool. And the first one I want to test is probably one that I don't think is going to be incredibly successful, but I want to take it to the ladder anyway because it looks like a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see if the new cards can make it more viable than it has been in the past. As you can see, we have item Battlemage, as you may be able to tell from the title and the deck list on the screen. So, if the decks go well, I might do a full-blown deck tech on them, but as you can see, we have a bunch of item synergy cards, including the Rehad duo, Battlemage and Horseman, the Corsair ship, we have the new Skeever Infestation, we're even playing Dragonstar Rider, which I'm pretty sure is not going to be very good, but we have the cheap steel daggers we can get from the Crown Quartermaster and the free steel daggers that the Corsair ship will be putting on the board, so I think it might be kind of reasonable if we have a Corsair ship on the board, get that immediate cycle. 5-drop, 4-3, draw a card. I think that's a good card. The problem is that it's not that card, unless we have the core ship on the board. So let's just keep one of the ward crafters. Got the ship, man. We can't possibly lose unless he deals with it, and we don't draw well. But the hand overall looks pretty good, right? Oh, that's a big problem if we assume he's playing the typical Goblin Skulk Curse package, because we can play this to contest and it's looking pretty good, but he's going to attack my face, get a curse, and we're going to be in some hot water. He could have been playing, we're going to hope he's playing actual goblins, right? So he gets like a Murkwater Goblin, or maybe he's playing a control deck and he gets a Calm or something. We're just hoping it's not Curse, right? Alright, so it was in fact the Curse, and he is in fact playing goblins. Alright, so what should we do about this? We play the more cool Gatekeeper, hope it goes unanswered. He'll probably trade the 2/2 Skulk into it instead of this the Savage. And if the Savage sticks, we then have a good Lightning Bolt target. It's a little bit slow, but I think that's what we're going to have to do to take care of this board, because it's a very problematic board. And I don't think this deck is going to be super good if we get too far behind. So let's just do this and hope it works.
If I fall, the Hist will reclaim me.
Looks like, yeah, basically okay. Basically okay. So next turn we have 2 and 3 of our choice. This turn it's simply going to have to be Lightning Bolt. We don't have any favorable trades with our 4/2. Man, it's almost worth we can't leave the Savage, though. We just can't. We have to let him keep getting his Skulk value, unfortunately. I think Savage, if it sticks, just wins the game by itself. What happens if we do leave it, though? I mean, we could win if we hit a Lightning Bolt next turn as well. This attack, because he could have only traded 1 for 1, he's trying to set up for a Murkwater Skirmisher, so this is going to be absolutely humongous. So yeah, I think we have to deal with it. Let's just Lightning Bolt, trade, and feel a little bit bad about doing so. And that's bad too, because he could just search for, he has a higher chance to get Murkwater Goblin than a Curse here, so he can play the Goblin and the Skirmisher, and buff everything by +2/+2. Or he's going to set up a little bit harder. Might have gotten Curse there. Not a whole lot we can do about that. Do we play the Skeever now? I think we just go Daggerfall Horseman, because they are the 2 least likely to die immediately. Although not fantastic.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Like, we could have done something else between maybe like the Ravager and the Horseman, then next turn go for Corsair Horseman to get the attack bonus, but we are not far enough ahead to, I think, be able to do that. Ooh, Spear of Embers here is pretty sweet. I'll be throwing that right at the 3/3. Nice little animation. It's like, man, I should have played around Spear of Embers. I guess. Curse and... okay. So things are clearly not great. but they could be a lot worse. I say we go Skeever and Harpy. I'm pretty sure we traded this into there to deal the 1 point of damage, but then we have to tome. Do we have to tome? We don't really have to tome. But we probably should tome.
Sheor take you.
Alright, let's try it like this. Let's try it with the tome. If we can tome here, make it humongous. Alright, that'll be good next turn. We can trade here, shackle the cut purse, force a curse on the harpy. If he has Leaf Lurker, it's going to be a problem. Next turn we can go Earthbone Spinner on the shaman over here, given all the curses. As expected. Interesting order. What if I had Lightning Bolt there? That'd be the ideal target. Alright, that's fine. 3/2 Butchers are not the scariest. So it is pretty important that we Earthbone the 3/3, right? I think so.
Blood and faith.
Doesn't remove damage from the board, but it should be the play.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Can answer the Butchers in the right. We are still far behind, considering he has 7 Magicka to play with right now. The board itself looks fine, but if he's going to add to it... Oh! that's not good. That's definitely not good. So many Skeevers. That's a problem, too. It decreases the odds that you get a Prophecy by just a tad. GG. We got Skirmished out of the game. So yeah, if you play Word Grafter on turn 2 against, Goblin Skulk, it's not really ideal. So that was the beginning of our downfall, I think. We'll try again. We'll try again. Not going to stop queuing games until I get some Dawnstar Rider synergy. No, that's probably not going to happen. Dragonstar Rider, excuse me. I'm thinking Dawnstar Healer. So yeah, I don't think this deck is very good at playing from behind. We don't have as many prophecies as Prophecy Aggro Battlemage. We don't have any board clears like Merrick Battlemage. You could probably add board clears, though. They're probably definitely some flex spots to play with. Oh, we got Inez. He's always playing some tier 1 stuff. Number 2 Legend, right from rank 5 non-legend to number 2 Legend with Battlemage. So I'm pretty sure he likes Merrick the most. Daggerfall's really good. Yeah, we'll do that. And this hand looks like more reasonable curve plays, I think. He might even think we're Merrick if we go Blacksmith into Daggerfall. Did he really keep all of them? Jeez. He might think I'm aggro. Mulligans pretty quickly. We can sort of keep that idea alive, right?
Keep a spare blade in my boot.
A Giant Rehab Battlemage is not the easiest for this deck to deal with, besides Earthbone Spinner before Belligerent Giant turns, and we are well away from that currently. So we could just play the Blacksmith now.
A strong arm is what you need.
Then next turn go for Rehab Battlemage, Steel Dagger? Maybe.
Your blood will spill. By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Build your own 4/6 sounds pretty good against Daggerfall Mage. He could have a Lightning Bolt, but he would 100% need a Lightning Bolt.
Do not test me.
I think this play is still pretty much great, considering the dagger was free.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Yep, Earthbone Spinner as well. Gets the job done, but we still have the Ward Crafter. So we don't necessarily have to take unfavorable trades yet. We know he has a Tome. Play Ward Crafter and Daggerfall on the right to contest that. If it gets tomed, seems okay with me.
bright blaze.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Would like to get a tome so we could start cycling into our combo potential. We should also sort of consider which lane we're playing things in for Merrick in the future. Of course, we don't have Merrick in our hand right now. And we're also moving into Ice Storm turn, coming up next turn, potentially.
A strong arm is what you need.
The day is mine.
Doesn't really look like he's going to be playing Ice Storm next turn. We could go aggressive. We are the more aggressive deck of the two, so I'm thinking we simply play a Greystone and a Shrieking Harpy in the right, shackling that, let him tome up over there and do whatever he wants to do, simply giving us more cards.
This should be good.
This has obvious weaknesses like Skaven, but I don't know if we're actually able to play around that card right now. Literally all of our cards in our hand have 1 health, so we just kind of have to hope for the best.
Do not test me.
He was really hoping he didn't top deck that Skaven. He might already have one. I don't think there's been like a really good Skaven turn up till now. I feel like it'd be a pretty immediate play though. So I'm going to assume that I think we're in the clear.
The elements are mine to control.
I can start dealing a ton of damage.
Shall take you.
Let's go ahead and power up the 4/1. Hoping to dodge prophecies. Oh, that's not good. That prevents me from being able to play around Ice Storm, because I was simply going to Wardcraft through the 6/3, but now he can just trade into the 6/3 with his Harpy, and then Ice Storm. Suppose it's still our line. Well, actually, it's not even too relevant, because it won't be able to attack next turn regardless. Could just reward the Daggerfall Mage. It's a really slow play. I don't even think we have enough time to play another tome. We could just Shrieking Harpy the 5/5. I actually don't really want to play creatures in this lane, though, because if he can reward and trade without having a ping, he just gets a 5/5 in this lane. Which is quite the issue. It definitely won't be able to attack next turn, so I think it's actually useless for us. And again, if we play something on the left, it'll either get eaten for free, or you will reward that with a Wardcraft or a Lesser Ward, and simply attack, not even having to have another Rapid Shot. We should at least make him have one of those. Greystone Ravager, again, if we play it in the left, but if we play it in the right, it's susceptible to a board clear as well. If we play it in the left, it just gets, that's not even a good trade, so I think we just use it as a +2 attack action, basically, and we just hope he doesn't have Skaven still. Again, not really having the options to play around Skaven.
Too simple. Do not test me.
To be fair, we have a good amount of damage. Ice Storm is going to be really painful for us. I guess we would buff the more cool itself to play around just a Skaven, though. At least we'll have a little bit more power on board. Because we can buy ourselves a little bit more time against exactly this board, right, with the Harpy. We're trying to maybe top deck lethal if he doesn't have any removal. Atro, Atro, Atro. Markarth Bannerman, Markarth Bannerman. Has to be his hand. Easy. Easy game. We just need to find 2 more damage. Oh, now we need to find 6 more damage, which is not possible. However, we have a Harpy, so we might have another turn.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
We have the Corsair ship online. So I say we attack, we attack, we attack. Play Wardcrafter, Harpy, and ship. Not in that order. Obviously, ship would go first, but let's see if we hit anything. Hopefully we don't. I don't know if we can handle that right now.
Your blood will spill.
I guess I'll just summon the Corsair to this lane.
I feel a storm coming.
I want to Wardcrafter this.
Careful there, friend.
And I guess I ring out the Harpy, because if I don't, I might die. To a Lightning Bolt. So we're playing around everything that's not named Skaven, Pyromancer, or Ice Storm. And to those two cards, we say GG. But he didn't have them last turn. I think they would have been reasonable considerations. Definitely Skaven would have been a reasonable consideration. There are builds of Merrick that don't play Skaven, but the version with Skaven has been gaining a lot more popularity than without. So I'm just going to hope that this is annoying enough to take this game. And then I'm going to rethink how bad we do against Skaven Pyromancer. Also, the Earthbone Spinner didn't help our case much. Like I said, that's the main answer he would have had to the Rehad Battlemage that we had on turn 3. I'll tell you what, though. If we live, I get to Dragonstar Rider and draw a card immediately. That's the dream. Alright, it could just be cycling. Please have a Tome. Don't have Ice Storm. Just be Tome of Alteration. I know it's not Tome of Alteration. Okay, that's the card he drew for turn. So it looks like with the right draw, if this 3-1 sticks, we could still find a way. He's playing around Silence, playing our Belligerent Giant. Belligerent Giant should also be in here, I think. Oh, man. Well, now he's 2 off of Lethal. He's both the Raiding Party dudes, but 2 off of Lethal with a deck with Supreme Atromancers. Like, we pretty much has to have an either Lightning Bolt, Sentinel Battlemace Raiding Party, Atromancer. That'd be nuts if he didn't. If we ran Raiding Party, that would be lethal with that. But let's just Dragonstar Rider for value. Oh man, that's hilarious. So our best chance is probably to Battlemage in the left now. That's actually pretty solid. If we don't Battlemage in the left, we die to Lightning Bolt and Atromancer again. If we do it, I think we're okay against those 2 cards, and then that has to stick. Which is, again, kind of unlikely. That was not a bad Dragonstar Rider, I guess. Could have also drawn again with the Battlemace if we wanted to ring that out, but we'd definitely lose the game this turn if we did that. So this plus Lightning Bolt and Firebolt would kill me. Alright, I think we're alive for the turn, but whether or not we can win is another story entirely, because the 4-3 is quite vulnerable to a lot of things right now. At least Ice Storm is no longer bad for me. We finally made it. Oh my goodness, Dragonstar Rider won us the game. Against number 2 Legend. I am so sorry. Let's blow up his headphones. I just had to do it. Wow. Dragonstar Rider. Wow. I don't even think it's correct to play that card, guy. I really don't know. Well, that was interesting. If we wanted to test some wackiness with Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, that's exactly what happened. So hopefully you guys enjoyed Dragonstar Rider action. The first time I've ever actually played that card in Constructed. So, if you've enjoyed, again, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Got a lot more different decks coming up soon to sort of bring in the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood meta. Got to test a bunch of stuff, figure out what's good. Hopefully the decks will be getting more and more competitive. Again, I don't think this is necessarily the right way to play Battlemage, but yes, I saw Corsair ship, really wanted to try it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to follow the stream at the link down below, and I'll see you guys next time.